I would say yes. All right. Welcome back. In the top left, it's gonna be your red Protoss player, Facus. And this may be real life. But in the bottom right, in the blue, the Zerg, this is Unreal. Going with the drone scout right off the bat at the very beginning of the game before really doing anything else strategy. And only throwing out the have fun. No good luck, just the have fun. So, one of those people is what we found so far. He's going to have just enough minerals when he gets here. Maybe coincidentally or maybe intentionally timed out. What is he going to do with this drone? Oh my god. There is a hatchery at the top of the ramp. How will Facus respond? I mean, when I saw that drone going out, when I saw that preparation, I knew what he wanted. I think we all did. It was a whisper of a dream. We have more drones on the way. Was he trying to dodge? I'm not doing a little bit of a juke and a jive there. He's going to box out this probe. Not sure why he feels threatened by the probe. He sees the gateway. The way he sees the gateway is he built a hatchery next to it. So he has that. There's a spine on the way. More drones going out. Where's this drone going to go? It's going across the map. More gateways are being produced. Not sure if that's the correct call. But a zealot is coming out. A cyber core is on the way. This early aggression out of Unreal is going to be contested heavily. A single zealot is not enough to take this down. 6 Zerglings are on the way. I guess Geyser as well. Yeah, he's going to start working on this. But Unreal can start producing. Oh, you know what he wants. He's building a drone. He's going to have multiple drones. There's going to be zealots. There's no way he can put a spine crawler. Well, he can put one there. And these spine crawlers should be taken out. You see he's trying to put it there. He will be forced to cancel the spines, but the Zerglings are on the way. The zealots continuing to work on the hatchery. The drone's waiting for their opportunity. Morlings, looks like he's just going to double down. He's really trying to get in there. That's a very optimistic drone. It will be killed for its insolence. Our queen will complete. The Zerglings are coming out. The zealots are not targeting the queen. More Zerglings are coming out. They're focusing on the hatch. There's a mothership core on the way. More Zerglings are coming out. I continue to say this, and it continues to be true. Almost a zealot going down. No! 2 HP and 0 fucks. Somehow this wall-in is still walling in through a series of very unlikely circumstances. An overcharge comes out. This hatchery looks like it will finally be removed from the field. The Broodling's gonna get some damage. They will kill another zealot. The creep will persist. But Unreal's aggression has been shut down. Almost. We both have... It seems we have very different definitions of that word. LOL. Unreal not happy with his lot in life right now. So, what is his next move? Would it be expanding to your natural? But of course. He is, a free spirit, okay? He doesn't do what other people tell him to do. He doesn't go to Winter's Guides and say, this is how we play Zerg. We're gonna take the watchtower with this drone. Now, not always a bad move. Unfortunately, that is 1/12 of his drone. Well, 1/11 of his drones, rather, at the time. So, maybe not worth the hit in his economy quite yet. But the creep will continue. Facus moves across with 2 adepts. What kind of damage will they be able to get done? The shades can get past the spine crawlers into the mineral line. The APMs, 51 to 58, almost an action every single second from these high-powered players. Another what? Where? What? Let's follow this drone's journey. It's even bringing minerals with it. Is that for tribute? Is that to pay? No, he's going to take the other watchtower. But this drone is not. This drone has moved. He's got 700 minerals. What could they be for? Unreal predictions. All right, Facus has almost completed Warp Gate. He's got his buildings nice and spread around his base and his pylons as well. The worker count 26 to 13. Literally being doubled. As the tension mounts. 2 spore crawlers on the way. Not sure what happened here. I missed whatever this was. It does look like 4 drones have gone... Well, I'm pretty sure a couple of those drones went down on the other side of the map in the failed proxy hatch attempt. But now he has 2 spore crawlers, which... I mean, you never know. Alright, you gotta use every tool available to you. A lair is on the way. Still no hatchet. Unreal has yet to reach above 21 supply. So we're gonna have to see what he spends his money in his lair on here. He has money for pretty much everything. Building 1 drone at a time, especially in this top right corner. Facus probably could kill him right now, but I don't think Facus is very confident in that. Some stalkers are on the wait. And they're here. Unreal still making his decision. What will you do? This drone looks on. Okay, no one could have predicted that. No one could have predicted that. All right, throwing a massive curveball just when you think, are you going to go for a spire? An infestation pit? A Nidus network? Second hatchery out of nowhere. All right. And another hatchery as well. All right. He's hatching a very original plan. And the drone count is continuing to raise because Fake is not confident in his own army. He doesn't realize the lack of one on the other side of the map. It's 73 to 31 supply. But honestly, still anyone's game, because I'm not sure Facus knows what attacking before maxing out on charge slots and immortals is. So we're going to have to see. A warp prism comes by. There's nothing in the prism. I mean, he could always warp in. A Stargate is on the way. Prism will hang out. The Overlord does spot it. I'm not sure if he sees it, if you know what I mean. Another queen. We're just going to continue making queens. All right. Fake is going for a 3rd. Unreal continuing to build up. He's been given a lot of time and a lot of space, and he likes to work with both. All right. We do have the Protoss army coming together. Charge is nearly done. +1 armor. No +1 weapons, just the armor. Why not? The War Prism continues to look on angrily at the Overlord. The Overlord looks angrily out of the corner of its eye. Neither really says anything. They can't attack one another, but I think they know what each other is thinking. It's a very passive-aggressive exchange here. All right. I bet your mother was an observer, but the only thing she looked like was ugly. What do you even mean? You're a hot air balloon. All right? You have no purpose in life. You're full of hot gas. All right? That's all you have to say. Well, when you warp in units, they don't even like you. It's like, what are you even saying? How do you know about Warp Gate? How are you speaking English? Anyways, the charge lots are coming in. There's +1 air armor on the way for the observers and warp prisms and mothership core. The 4 charge lots are on the way. They're attacking the hatchery. They have a lot of armor, though. Will it be enough? There's another warp into the main, but there are spine crawlers in position. There are no transfuses yet. Will the queens be able to save it? A lot of damage is being done. They continue to charge forward. He could transfuse the hatch. He could transfuse! He has the energy! This zealot has a dream! He will kill it! The broodlings will angrily pop out to scold that zealot. As both these players somehow managing to bank up 1,500 minerals and 1,500 gas. Almost dead even on that count. The zealots will all be killed, but not before taking out that hatchery. We have more spores and spawns on the way. Storm is coming out. +1 air armor is nearly complete for the 0 air units. Archons as well. Another hatchery will be Unreal's choice. I'm not sure he knows how to make any other buildings. So that is a recurring concern. And that two, you know what's better than 1 spire? Is 2 spires. As he continues to mine. I mean, he has enough gas right now for 14 mutas. He's making 10 more drones. There are a couple Archons, lots of Templar, but mutas... I mean, Fakis just does not have the self-confidence to move out here. Really, he doesn't need a guide on a good StarCraft build. He needs a guide to higher self-esteem. Because right now, he's done a pretty good job. He's put a solid army. He defended the Proxy hedge. He has a solid army with Templar and Archons and upgrades and even 3 bases. He's got 56 probes, but he just doesn't have the confidence to move out. Thank you, Mr. Battlecruiser.
You're going to yell a lot about no plan and not macroing at all while doing my impersonation of micro, but...
I never yell. All right, I'm very, very chill. But the double spire is finishing up. There's also a fleet beacon, so that's a little bit of everything. We got the robotics bay. The tech tree is in full bloom right now for our Protoss player. He's warping in High Templar. He decides against it. The feedback could one-shot most of these queens, especially if they're close to full energy. Of course, if they don't, then they will just die to the queens. So there's that. But these spires with an S, with 2 S's, are done. I don't know what I expect from these. I don't think he's actually going to get upgrades, but we're waiting for Mutas. There is 37 larvae. He's been on top of those injects. You got to give him credit there. There's a... Why? That's not how it works. That's not how... He's also in vision range of Unreal. He's... No... You could have done that over there. You could have done that outside the base. Why do you like living a life? Why do you like to live so dangerously? This is unnecessary. This is the slowest and most deliberate Archon drop in the history of StarCraft. As the Archons merge in full vision range, Unreal is bringing the queens back to defend. But he's also a bit supply block. The first mutas are coming out. The Archons still angrily look on at the Zerg before them. They're really not going any further than that. Alright, this continues. The spawns are being repositioned. The APM's nearly 70 now. Both these players have money in the bank. The defenses were mounted. He needed that 3rd Archon. Alright. Once again, Fakis, instead of bringing his main army, he doesn't want to expose it to danger, so... He's warped in a new one. It looks like the drones, the queens, and the mutas doing their absolute best to maximize the damage of these Archons, but the Archons aren't having none of that. They say, you maximize damage against me? Watch this, motherfucker. Hold my Cybeer, and every single Protoss unit will somehow go down. So that was, I mean, I think the Archons win that round. The drones will continue to look on, inspiring the mutas to greater things. And the mutas will go across the map. There's an army awaiting them. Will he be controlling his units well enough? The probes are going to be the next casualties. Another star. You already have one of those. You actually have a fleet beacon. He's getting graviton catapult. He's not building a carrier. Looks like he's working through his base. But here come the mutas. The supplies for Unreal have somehow evened up. All right, the mutas are flying to the main. Unreal with some Unreal micro here. What's he going to go for? There are so many juicy targets. He chooses one probe and then leaves. So, nope, we're going for the robot. Nope. All right, had a taste. Didn't like it. Going for the probes over here. Beautiful choice. He finally settles. They're almost out of the lunch special, but fortunately there are still a few probes left in the kitchen. All right, going back to the main. Back to the third. Overcharges out. He's going for the mothership core. A second overcharge. He dips away. He micros back. He micros forth. Back to the Robo Bay. Back to the Stalker. Kills the Stalker. Stalker's being warped in. He micros back. Going to the third. Not sure if the pylon was the best choice. He's going back towards the third. He's flying away. And the fourth base is completely exposed. He goes for the probes. Goes for the pylon. Cannons start firing. Flies back for the probes. And the probes are gonna go down. And that brings him down to 33. Somehow Unreal has made it up to 55 workers. These mutas should go down, but that... Well, no. He's gonna fly back. Alright. Guardian shield even used there. 4 mutas flying towards the main. Oh, another shot! But not even close. Let's go to the Unreal action cam. Alright. The GoPro cam. Because you're not pro, and we let you think you're gonna get there. Oh, but he's staring. No, we're on the Unreal camera. The action cam right now. Alright, this is what he's watching. This is what he's seeing. This is what he's looking at. He has not looked away. These mutas are everything. These 3 mutas are the difference between him and defeat. 2 Colossi pop up. Going for the Nexus. Maybe it's time to go for the probes. He's... Oh! Of course! Why wouldn't we have a drone here? Why didn't I think about that? Back to the mutas. Alright, this Nexus is still taking a lot of damage. Oh, another probe goes down. He's a cold-blooded killer, and his muta micro is top-notch. 12 auto drones, but that's not important right now. And micro's back to the main. He sees the carrier. Gonna take a tap on the Stargate. We gotta fly out. We gotta get out of there. It's getting too hot. Flies away from the Stalkers. Find some more probes. Alright. We're still on the Unreal action cam. Oh, but there are some cannons. You can't let those cannons get the best of us. Gotta get that Nexus. Oh, go for the Stalkers. Run away. Another probe. Gotta get the probe. No, the muta. Not even close. Alright. And finally, we're back to the action. The real macro here. 9, 10 more mutas thinking of the things he could do, the places he'll go. As Unreal now finds himself at 57 drones, 12 of which are idle. Also, there were these mutas the entire time. He has 64 larvae in the tank right now. But he has no hotkeys for his hatcheries or his units whatsoever. There are 0 hotkeys, so he can only really move his camera and build out of one of these at a time. All right, if he could just bring everything together through the just the beauty of globalization. If all these hatcheries could come together and fight for one Zerg swarm, then he might even be unstoppable. But unfortunately, he can only build off of 1 hatch at a time right now. 32 Zerglings with... What upgrades here? Where are they going? Where are you going, Zerglings? Where are you going? I have no idea, but they're on a mission. They popped out and they already knew they had dreams. Well, they will find their way to this base. Facus has maxed out, essentially. He's at 187 supply. This might finally be the time for Facus to put together an attack. Alright. Ignore the frames. I didn't need them anyways. Nobody noticed. This match was too intense. They had to shut it down. Alright. The one carrier. The Protoss army, it reaches into the nameplate, so I need to move the nameplate away. The Protoss army is, bear with me, 8 interceptors, 45 probes, 1 observer, 16 zealots, 4 immortals, 2 archons, 2 colossi, 1 carrier, 25 stalkers, a war prism, 4 sentries, a mothership core, and 4 high templar are icing on the cake. On the other side, there are 35 mutas, 10 queens, and 57 drones. So, two different styles of play clashing here. I'm not sure which one's better, which one's... Well, I'm pretty sure which one's better and which one's worse, but quite a fight. This base has been mined out, but there's a mutaflock of 35 mutalisks with two upgrades, and those are quite fearsome. But Facus is bearing down on this base. Alright. The drones will evacuate, leaving... Oh, he will burrow them. There is an observer, right? There's an observer with this. What will be the move out of Unreal? Will he try to fight? Because he will almost certainly fail. Facus for the very first time in this game. But we're going into a base trade as Unreal going with the backstab and the Mutalist. He doesn't... Where's his mothership core? The mothership core is not here. He cannot recall. There are still 3 mutas at the back. There's a mothership... What the fuck on the way? Facus is struck with panic. He can't decide what to do. And taking advantage of him hurting himself in his own confusion, Unreal continuing to rip through the main. Facus will turn around. No! He'll turn forward once again! Finds purpose in life. He's going for the main, but there are still bases in the corners. So many mutas are coming out. There's some in the corner. There's some on the left, but the ones right up the gut, there's a couple dozen, and they're very angry. Will the mothership be found before it finishes? I honestly have no idea. Most of the main base has been eviscerated. It's gone. It's been melted away. It's been purified. There's going to be no buildings left, but that's the key. In StarCraft, do you have buildings or do you not? That's the win condition. So the mutas are going towards the main. They're going to try to prevent any more buildings. Both players have money in the bank. They could build more hatcheries or more Nexi. They could build more Phoenixes or more Mutalisks. But right now, he's going for the mothership. It's 5-2, 1 second out. He's going to have to go for it in just a second. Unfortunately, a mothership, not the greatest anti-muta option, will immediately die. He's going for the Nexus. The cannons are the next casualty. There's still mutas on this side. A lot more cannons are coming up where that came from. They're only powered by 1 or 2 pylons for now. The Protoss army has slowly moved its way around the map. Right now, Unreal... He could be building 20 more mutas, and that would significantly increase his chances in this game. But these mutas he has are just so important, he can't dare look away. Facus, he has one... He has one probe. There's one probe. That's the only probe. The only probe. He's gonna lose all his Nexi. He's got... No, the probe. The probe. The spires are going to die. The queens have burrowed. The larva itself is going to die. The spires are being targeted. The last probe... Wait, no! Oh, how? He gets it. All right. But there's still a Nexus. He could still... Well, he's supply blocked. He can't build any more probes until he loses 60 supply of his army. Facus is hunting for bases. There are still drones burrowed. The spires are gone. The queens remain underground. There are still mutas. There's only a single base in the corner. His only building is that hatchery. That is it. He's going for the Nexus. There's +2 armor on the way. There's a few buildings left for Protoss. The drones did not unburrow, but he's going for the... No more probes can be built. No more probes. But that's the last building. If he doesn't rebuild any buildings, this Protoss army comes over here. He needs to find this base. If Facus finds this base, he has to he's being revealed. Will that cause him to panic? Facus is moving towards this. These drones are still burrowed. He could unburrow and build hatcheries. There's only so many. It's just this one hatch. That's it. That's his last building. He loses this, he's dead. He needs to unburrow the drones. He needs to do it now. GG. Oh, an unreal finish. And it started with a hatch. And it ended with a hatch as the Protoss army swung all the way around and cleansed the map of Zerg buildings before the mutas could finish off the couple dozen that were left. What a roller coaster. Absolutely. Just a clash of styles there. Clash of philosophies. What a beautiful experience.